Speaking of headspace, a phased approach to lifting lockdown restrictions is now underway, but for most of us, life will not return to normal right away.
Reintegrating back into the world after isolation can take some time. Our happiness expert, Christine Whelan from the UW School of Human Ecology, is with us today to help us navigate all this. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Hi there, good to be here.
For a lot of people, they've been home now for months on end, and the thought of going back into the world could be a little scary.
It could be. I mean, so many of us are missing all the social interaction, and at least I can speak for myself. I was really anticipating getting out there and seeing friends, and taking that step out of the isolated world. And then it's a little bit awkward, right? Because everyone's had their own experience for the last couple months. We haven't had a lot of those shared moments. We wonder, is it only awkward for me? Is it awkward for everybody else? Am I going to say the wrong thing? Do they really still like me? There are all sorts of feelings that come up in this time of reintegration.
Yeah, it's true, because we're no longer having shared experiences. Everybody's been so isolated for so long. So how do you take it slow and be patient with yourself and others to get through this?
That's really the first tip, right? To take it slow, be patient, and realize that you are not the only one feeling awkward. So I'm really here to tell everyone, if you're feeling awkward, me too, we all are. So one of the ways to do this is to try to get outside maybe and do an activity with people rather than like trying to sit awkwardly across from each other, looking at each other. And to go out, maybe take a walk, throw a Frisbee around, do something outdoors, which of course is following the guidelines as well and is a safer way to interact. But it's also a way to kind of take ourselves out of that anxiety and out of our shell and really kind of get to know each other again.
But we're told to stay away from each other physically. How can you be close emotionally?
So one of the great ways to be close emotionally is to act from a place of empathy. And so what that means is thinking about people's feelings and not waiting for them to say something. So for example, you might say, listen, I'm going to put on my mask and I'm doing that to protect you. Right? So to talk about how you want to take steps to be protective of other people, and to rather than think about the other as the person that might give you the virus, rather instead think about yourself as acting out of friendship and saying, you know, I really value your friendship. I want to keep you safe. And so that empathetic position is a way to show how you are emotionally caring, even if you have to be a little physically distanced.
Oh, and maybe you should just take things slow, do you think? Because this is a marathon, not a sprint, right?
It is a marathon, right? You don't want to get out there to see too many people and to be too social. But, you know, the other thing that I've been hearing from a lot of folks is that all this time on their own, they've had a lot of time to think. They've done a lot of deep thinking about maybe changing careers or starting a whole new path in their life. And while it is wonderful to take time to reevaluate, I do want to sort of note that just like in any other trauma or any other very difficult experience that we've had, the recommendations are always to kind of take a pause and not do anything rash immediately. So rather, I like to think about it, what can you do today to make the kinds of changes that you want to make in your life on a small scale? So how can you live your values and use your gifts and do the things that you want to do to have a positive impact today on a micro level, and see if those small steps can really build up to the kind of change you want to see long term.
Good advice as usual. Christine, thank you. Stay safe. We'll see you around someday.
We're looking forward to seeing you in person.
I hope so. I really look forward to it. See you guys soon.
Have a great day.
Thanks, Christine.